Arkansas legislators reminding you of a new law passed last session in light of a child sexual abuse case you saw here on Fox 16 just last week. Good evening. Thanks for joining Fox 16 News. I'm Kevin Kelly. The bill signed into law just last year changes the statute of limitations, giving child sexual abuse victims more time to file civil lawsuits. Our Samantha Boyd live in studio this evening to explain how this new law came to light and what it means for victims of child abuse. Samantha.
Kevin, last week I reported on Barry Walker pleading guilty to raping more than 30 children. After the hearings wrapped up, the prosecuting attorney stressed the importance of any victim out there seeking justice if they've been abused. And this new law gives them more flexibility to do that.
I do hope that one thing that comes out of this is that victims tell their story.
It's a story you heard here for weeks that came to a close last Thursday after Glenwood man Barry Walker pled guilty to raping 31 kids, dozens of counts of computer exploitation of a child, and other similar charges. He'll spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole as a result.
This case is here because one little girl and then two of her friends told the story, and it led to this.
Prosecuting attorney Dan Turner getting the maximum sentence he requested for Walker on every count. Now encouraging other victims, Walkers or not, to not stay silent.
I hope that people have the courage and will to do that if there are others out there.
State Senator Trent Garner co-sponsored a bipartisan bill last session that sheds light on rights for child sexual abuse victims. The bill passed in 2021 and is now known as the Justice for Vulnerable Victims Act.
This was a wrong that could be righted through our civil system, and to give people the opportunity to have their day in court and to be compensated for having such a horrendous act done against them.
Up until this bill was signed into law, the statute of limitations for a minor to report sexual abuse and be compensated in civil court ended at age 21.
Victims who, through no fault of their own, didn't have that access to justice.
The Justice for Vulnerable Victims Act changes that age to 55, giving them more time to come forward and report sexual abuse they endured as a child in a civil case.
I think it's a bipartisan issue that, child abusers, child molesters deserve to be held to justice.
Garner says the bill also gives victims a 2-year window right now if they are over that age 55 limit. That way they have time to come forward now for a civil case since this bill was just passed last year. To see the full text of this law, you can head to our website, that's fox16.com. Reporting live in studio, Samantha Boyd, Fox 16 News.
Samantha, thank you very much.